Alright, hello there. So this little clip's going to be on just leading your horse, how to get them lively, and especially with a horse like Evinrude, he's a great example of just a draggy horse that, it gives you a good perspective on how to liven one up. And then I'll also show you a little something with Spade here. So just kind of watch the differences between Spade and Evinrude, and by the end of it, it should look pretty close to similar. Evinrude's not going to be perfect with it, being its first time doing this, so keep that in mind as well. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do here with Spade is just make sure he's leading off of a nice loose lead rope there and following my hand. It just gives them the best chance of success when you go to actually leading him. And I'll also do it from a different perspective here, to where I'll turn my back like I was leading him forward here, so you kind of see him going off of that too. So they know if they hit that end of the lead rope, the next thing's going to be is him being drove from behind with the lead rope or flag. Alright, so that all checks out pretty good. So the next thing I'll do is go to actually leading him forward here. And how it works is I'll offer him forward, and kind of the first indicator to him to speed his feet up and come forward is the tightening of that lead rope. So over time you don't want him to even hit the end of that lead rope, and you'll see by the end of this video he'll find that. So right there he hits, so I drive him with the flag, just say, come on bud, come off of that. And then if he doesn't come off of the tight lead rope, I kind of broaden my shoulders up too, raise my arms a little bit to give him one last warning before I start to drive him with a flag or lead rope or whatever it might be. So he's starting to catch on there, so there I sped up, he sped up, so he's kind of hooking on to me now instead of kind of sleeping on me. Alright, so now I'll go the other direction here. Speed up, he speeds up, nice loose lead rope, that's good. And then I always back them up too, and I'd prefer they back up just by my body position. And right there you'll see he's moving away from me, and I don't have to push him or drive him. He's really respectful on the ground, so it's always something to keep in mind too. So right there he was a little draggy, not a big deal, but I'll be ready next time with the flag if I need to. So right there I popped him a little bit, not much, nothing extreme, but just a little something saying, don't hit the end of that lead rope, bud. So that time it carried through pretty good. And then you could see him, he was just about to have to be driven there, but he felt the end of that lead rope and sped up real nice. There we go, now he's feeling on me pretty good and leading well, so that's a good spot to stop. And something I always like to do is after I do anything with the flag like that is just reassure them that it's not anything to be scared of, just something to be responsive to. Alright, now we'll get to Evinrude. Alright, this next clip with Evinrude, you can see I have to drive him pretty good with the end of the lead rope there, so you get both perspectives of how to drive him with a flag and a lead rope. And he's pretty responsive right there, but as you'll see later on, he kind of has trouble finding that happy median to where he doesn't get too far forward, too far back. So I'll always offer forward, and then right there he's getting a little bit pushy there, so I'll just say, back up bud, and he doesn't quite feel confident in backing up yet, so you can see him kind of squirting around and doing a bunch of funny things. That's no big deal, that just sorts itself out over time. So right there, instead of just backing up, he feels like he kind of locks up and wants to just kind of blow out that right side. So over time here, he'll start to get it. And I always just offer a good deal, and then if he doesn't find it, then I might firm up a little bit depending on how he reacts. So right there he just kind of took off on his own. No big deal, I just stay in position and say, why don't you go forward off of that lead rope and follow my hand. And once he finds it, then I might stop him and back him up. So Right here, just staying in position, saying don't go there. Get your shoulder over to the right, follow my hand. So he's exploring pretty good here. And right now I actually changed position and just started pursuing those hindquarters till he steps that right over, right there. There we go. And I'll stay in there till he really comes forward off of that. And then I'll get him back in again. Good. Good change there. Then I'll go right back to leading him. Offering with the hand. Enforcing with the lead rope. And then just saying, you can go forward, but remember to stop and back up too when you get to a certain point. So right now he's kind of in a good place right there, and then I might speed him up again here. So right there he's kind of feeling on me pretty good, and I'm trying to find a nice little spot to take a little break with him. Right there you see he's leading pretty well off of that hand. Alright, so he kind of starting to make a breakthrough, and now he's coming off of that pretty nice, starting to find that happy spot. Not to say he's real confident about it. As you'll see, he'll kind of go back to exploring some other things, and then he kind of goes to the gate and explores there for a little bit. But right now he's definitely made a little breakthrough to where you can see him not wanting to blow through right or left. He's just kind of searching right there. Alright, so now he's kind of getting it a little bit, but yet he's not 100% sure of it. So now I'll just kind of refine it a little bit and get him to where he's more confident in it and finds that happy spot a little better. And right here he kind of gets stuck on the gate a little bit to where he just wants to hang out by those other horses tied at the rail and kind of by the gate there. No big deal, I just keep on the progress that I'm on, so he can keep searching, no big deal. Just good practice on how to come off of that. Alright, so the last part here, he kind of finds it, like right there, you saw him kind of go forward, and then he knew there was kind of a barrier out in front there, so he kind of paused a little bit and waited on me, and he was feeling on me real nice, which is cool. And a horse like him, and you just can't back him up enough because he's pretty heavy on his front quarters. So you can see it on the groundwork, and even right here he just struggles to get back over himself. He just kind of wants to blow through the right or left. There was a good change. He went forward, but then I raised my hand up saying, well, why don't you pause for a second and come back to me? And he did, and kind of backed up a little bit, so that was good. And that's about it. So you can kind of see how, it may take a little bit of time, but not too long before they really get it. So just something kind of cool to look at. So hope you enjoyed.